Alright guys, so we made it. We're in Hanoi at the airport here, Noi Bai Airport. Let's have a quick look around. Alright guys, so this is where we just came out of here. And yeah, we're at Noi Bai Airport in Hanoi. And I'm gonna show you guys how to get to the city center, the cheap, fast, safe and easy way. Very simple. When you come out, you got taxis of course, but I normally don't use taxis much if I can help it, because you don't want to get scammed. But if you're going to use a taxi, make sure you use the right ones, so at least you have a better chance. But we're going to take the bus over here. This orange bus on the left goes to the train station right in the center of the old part of Hanoi. So Noi Bai Airport was actually used in the Vietnam War. It was heavily bombed by the Americans. There were a number of air battles around it, and a bunch of American airplanes were shot down by jets that flew out of Noi Bai. There were Russian-built MiGs which flew out. Hello. Thank you. Hello, young lady. Is this the bus to the old city of Hanoi?
I hope so.
So I don't want you guys to think I just go around talking to strange women, you know, like I actually have met this woman before. I met her on the airplane flying in here. Alright? So where are you from, miss?
I am from Cuba. I was born in Cuba and raised in Germany.
Okay. See, that makes sense, doesn't it? And now she's in Hanoi. Yeah, talking to a guy from some place unknown. All right, let's keep on keeping on. right guys, so this is where you can get off the bus or get on the bus. I definitely recommend this place because it's pretty easy to find the train station, so it's definitely one of the better options, you know, for getting on and off the bus to kind of orient yourself in the Orient. So in Hanoi, I mean to say, sorry about that. Yeah, so that's a good tip anyway. Definitely use the train station as a kind of place to situate yourself a little bit. All right, so we're gonna have a little walk down this way. All right, so there's the train station, there's the bus down there. We're just gonna head along here a bit. So I'm gonna show you guys the way to the backpacker street up here, not too far from the train station, just to show you how everything connects. And then if you've seen my other walks in Hanoi, then you'll see how everything connects together. There's some really nice old French architecture around here. So actually you can get out of the bus, or you can get off the bus at different points along the way that we filmed there. But I definitely recommend for your first time, get off at the train station just to kind of, you know, get yourself grounded a bit. But hello. So into the madness, here we go. Little corner stall here for some green tea, refreshing. But yeah, most of y'all are gonna probably end up back at the train station along the way on your trip anyway. Nice bit of Art Nouveau style here. Yeah, of course, most people end up heading up to Sapa on the train, or some people start in the north and head south down to Saigon. So if you're in that situation, you're gonna need to know where the train station is anyway. So this street has a lot of really nice architecture here, a lot of old French buildings. Some newer stuff as well that's been well designed to fit in with the old stuff. Something I really like about Vietnam in general. You do get some nice newer stuff that mixes in. So some of you guys might be like this chap we just walked past here. You might be wanting to get a visa for Thailand, for example. You might be on a visa, and here's the Thai embassy right here. Quite a cool looking building as well. Only about 2.5 blocks from the train station. Very convenient there. So I know quite a few of my viewers are people who like to bounce around the region. So then you need some visas for different countries at different points in time. It's well guarded there. All right, let's get across here. Red light. What red light? I don't see a red light. All right, I do it local style. What red light? I see nothing. I know less. Okay, so another handy thing about this street, there are a bunch of banks along here. So if you come in from the airport or other points and you're a bit short on cash, it's a good place to find a reliable ATM with a decent withdrawal limit, like a good amount that you can get out. You don't want to have to be going back and forth to ATMs all the time, taking out little bits and pieces of money, right? So along here you can find some of the better banks. So I'm not going to name them because these things do change. I definitely recommend you do a search online to see which ones are currently the best. Policies change with banks, of course. Usually not for the better. But yeah, along here it's definitely my preferred option, let's say that anyway. So this is actually one of the nicest streets in Hanoi, which didn't quite fit in with the other walks I did, but fits in very well with this one. Another little tea hangout in the side alley there. Yeah, so it's a good way to come down here. This street's not too crazy. It's a little bit upmarket. So basically you see with the Thai embassy back there, you're coming into the edge of the embassy district, embassy row I call it, of Hanoi. So just up ahead on the streets to the right and the left, there are a bunch of consulates and embassies. So yeah, very handy. You can find one for Laos, I think Cambodia, and a few other ones as well. So yeah, if you're checking out the region, this is a very useful place along here. It's a very nice little shrine in there, by the way. Good spot to duck into to get a moment of peace, a little bit of peace there. It's amazing when you go inside those shrines. They have like a gate with walls, and yeah, you go through the gate. Behind the walls really block out a lot of the street noise. Little oasis of tranquility, kind of, almost. Not quite, but yeah, almost. Hanoi's not too hectic, you know. It's lively, of course. It's Southeast Asia, but it's not like completely over the top like some of the major cities in Southeast Asia, that's for sure. It's got the beauty, but not quite as over the top, so that's pretty nice actually. It's just dialed back a little bit, you know. I would say, actually, before I say what I would say, but I'll say here's a museum for police here. Police museum. It says free. Don't know if that means free for everybody. Maybe not for foreigners, but maybe it is free for foreigners. I'm not sure. It's where you can find that old police officer who made you pay some bakish way back when. It's where the old police officers go to finish up their days, maybe, huh? So if you want to pay them back, every good turn deserves, what's the word? No, I don't know. I'm mixing up my metaphors there. Every good turn deserves something. I don't know what. Maybe a kick in the jacksie. I don't know. Probably, right? So be careful, guys. All right. So over here on the opposite corner, it's the old French Palace de Justice or something like that. I don't know. Palace of Justice. Basically like a Supreme Court type place. Some pretty cool old trees here, old buildings, nice looking. And what's this one here? Looks pretty intense, pretty secure looking place here. It's an old prison. Let's jump across the road here. It's an old prison. So we're on Hoalo Street, Hoalo. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say Hoalo. And it's Hoalo Prison. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Ask John McCain, he would know. Well, you can't. He's not here anymore. He's already said goodbye. Hoalo. And don't know why you say goodbye. I say Hoalo. John McCain, the old presidential, former whatever, presidential heavyweight champion of the world. No, that wasn't it. President, that's right. Presidential candidate was in this prison during the Vietnam War, his aircraft was shot down in West Lake, not so far from here, a couple kilometers from here, kind of handy. And he broke, I think, 3 of his limbs, maybe 1 arm and 2 legs, or 1 leg and 2 arms, or something like that. Not funny at all. They took him in here. He said they didn't treat him well. He said a lot of stuff, actually. Some people say he said too much, but okay. Anyway, he was in here. It's a museum now. You can check it out. A lot of American aviators ended up in here in the Vietnam War. And like we said earlier, with the Noi Bai Airport, there's a military part of it, which was the main air defense for Hanoi and this part of Vietnam during the war, basically for all of the north. And there were some pretty serious air battles. And it's very interesting. If you want to look deeper into that, I definitely recommend it. The Americans did not have it all their own way. They definitely had some serious problems. So the Americans lost a lot of aircraft. Let's say that, you know, really a lot. So when things kicked off up in this area, the Vietnamese Air Force, I think they were using MiG-17s, if I recall correctly, and maybe a few MiG-19s. And the Americans had, I don't remember exactly, but the American aircraft were probably 20 years more advanced in technology, something like that. So a bit of complacency crept in, a bit of hubris, as it often does in these kinds of situations. And the Americans were taken by surprise a few times, underestimating their opponent. It's a familiar story, right? Let's not mention Afghanistan. What was that Joe Biden said about you'd need jet aircraft and tanks if you want to overthrow the United States? He was talking about people protesting the government in the USA. But yeah, okay, tell that to the Taliban, but whatever. Yeah, tell that to the Vietnamese, right? So later on, the Vietnamese got some MiG-21s from the Soviet Union, all Soviet aircraft, pretty much. And let's say they really punched above their weight. They did very well. The MiG-21s were pretty much on par with the American technology of the day. All right, let's scramble across here. It actually smells nice around here, unlike some Southeast Asian cities that we will not mention right now. Yeah. Actually, that just reminded me of about 12 years ago or something like that. I don't know. I found a silver ring on the street somewhere around here. Took it into a gold shop. Got the crisp $20 bill for it. US dineros. That was quite welcomed. Hello. I was on a real budget, shoestring budget at the time. Still am, by the way. Waiting for those loyal viewers to hit that buy me a coffee link. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. No pressure, guys. Come on, no pressure. Just a friendly community reminder. We're all in this together. Come on. I'm out here taking all the risks to show you guys, so you can come through here and everything's been tamed. All right. Let's have it all laid on for you guys when you arrive at the airport. Anyway, back to reality. So, yeah, the little side streets on the right here lead through to the cathedral. The White House. It's about as close as John McCain got to the White House, isn't it? Boo. Okay, sorry guys. Just kidding. Come on. Can't you take a joke? Seriously. It's a serious joke. All right. So. Oh. Guy's a bit keen. Yeah, so we're just coming up now on the can we get through here? It's got some nice fruit there. The old lady. All right, so we're coming up on the main backpacker street of Hanoi, just up here on the right. And yeah, like I said earlier, if you've seen some of my other videos, I passed through this street with a few of the other videos. So the visiting Uncle Ho video and the Hanoi nightlife video. See you guys. Thanks a lot for coming along on the ride. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and like and hit that bell button. And like I said earlier, if you'd like to hit the buy me a coffee link, it'd be really much appreciated. Keep the show on the road, and see you in the next one. And don't be late.